Josh, please tell all of us, how did you get into the addiction of placing blue blocks in a Sudoku grid? I was born in 1996. Fucking bullshit. Yes, I'm addicted to this game. Sue me now. Oh, this doesn't look like a good board. This looks terrible, man. I feel like you're gonna lose very soon. This one, I can work with that, but it's already like late game. 67 points? Wow. I actually feel like a fucking loser playing this game, by the way. I'm top 25% of the players consistently, but I was hoping to be like top 5%. There's like 70 people playing, like top 5 would be fucking nice. The only thing I'm top for is top total score. Alright? My daily top is top 10, absolutely. While I can't get a high score, I can at least get total score because I'm fucking addicted to figuring out how the fuck am I, high IQ person, can't fucking beat this game. Back in the day, I was like stuck in. I will give you details. Yes, you need to know. You need to know all about this game. This is fucking crazy. Because I want to have it. I have this. I have this. But I want to have that game too. Oh, look how cool that is. I want to have this. This is what I'm talking about. To be clear. And I want to beat it. I want to extract all of its data and put it on the internet. Dox it. I'm only top 25%. Like, please. Why do this to me? My score was hovering around 2600. I don't even know if you can get Blokodoku for the PC. I don't think it's convenient. I think Influence Tracker is going to be a fucking blast at some point. But I pushed it to hover around. No, that's too fucking high. 3300. That's max. That's convenience. We're talking about addictions, obviously. And I'm talking about this one. It got me addicted. And I'm like, shit, I will lose my family for it. I will lose all my friends for this thing. I might even spend $2 to disable ads at this point. It's like, come on, bro. This is crazy. Or Nintendo Switch. Oh my god. They're just too cool for themselves. What the fuck is this? What is this? So prepare you guys yourself for a journey to seemingly innocent addiction. Alright? It has to come and go. And I discovered a new thing. I want to master it. It has to come and go. And so we will deal with this. I actually want to see how other people play this because it's actually insanely complicated game. It is kind of like chess, I'm not gonna lie, but it's much more satisfying than Sudoku or chess because you can place the block anywhere. You have so much freedom of just moving shit around. So I'm actually gonna watch the. I'm gonna invest into this newly found addiction. See, the funny thing about addictions is other people would have the same one. You know, very likely they would be into it. This might be just a new phenomenon, new. Yeah, whatever you're into, other people might like it too. Tetris bullshit. If I copy and paste it into my PC app, people might actually fall in love with it. I have to be very careful with this. 3D? What the fuck are you doing with 3D? It's fucking gimmicky as fuck. Holy shit, a puzzle, a 3D puzzle? Get out of here. Will this give us a lens of what addictions actually are and which ones are harmful? We'll find out. We'll find out very soon. You must be subscribed to my channel. Look how much effort I put in. Come on, boy. And there's no actual topic about addiction. Yes, I haven't talked about addiction, guys. You can watch video about porn, though. Maybe one time I said addictions are bullshit. Nope. I literally don't have anything. Max stats being recommended for this, I think it just falls out of the theme entirely. I don't think it hits it. Ooh, there's addiction here being said. But it is generally a very important topic, but I have to be addicted in order to talk about it, to actually properly address the issue. Otherwise, like, what's the point? I'm not addicted, I'm just trashing other people who are. There's a good reason for that. There's a category of addiction called poison. That's insane. People actually poison themselves just because. It's kind of like a representation of socialism, social pressure, and just stupidity in general. Of like, the more poison you have in your system, the slower you are as a human being, and you can be easily recognized based on the amount of poison, like tattoos, bad financial decisions, right? Like, it just pops out. Like, I'm drinking beer, I'm smoking this and that, right? Because you don't have to just smoke cigarettes, it can be apparently drugs, guys. Like, it's crazy. Poison is everywhere, and this is like amplified addiction. This is no longer innocent. You know what you're doing, you're damaging yourself, and you are forced to like it by the other cultist around you who socialize over poison. I'm sorry, bro, it's not worth it. You're being tricked, basically. There's no there's no socializing around poison because you're destroying yourself. So, oops. I don't think you calculated that one. That's about it. Twitter addiction? Alright, I don't know, man. Is it incredibly surprising that I haven't talked about addictions and only... So, it is surprising because I try to avoid anything like this, but there are addictions called games, you know? The no-lifing syndrome. The touch grass moment. And obviously games are gonna be made to be maximum addiction. You have to do your daily, so you come back every single day like a fucking addict. They try to hook you up with as many fake friends as possible. You know how it goes. And most importantly, a game has to have infinite levels. Yep. Which is actually a good game design. Some of this is actually good game design. I don't think dailies and having a friends list is necessary. It's more like an addictive substance that's trying to be invented. But otherwise, I'm not too surprised or upset about this. People do have to be careful, because that's how games are made. We're going to talk about specific 2 games now in this episode. I'll give myself the floor. First things first, not every one of them are bad and cannot be labeled as addiction because addictions are meant to be bad. I'm not ashamed of my block Doku addiction, but it does set aside certain things that I also prioritize of making progress in life, right? I'm just playing a game. I have to make progress now. I have to at the very least be proud of it and show it to other people. If I have an addiction, I should be able to show it to other people. If I don't, if it's a true hobby, right? There's a difference between the hobby and the ads. That's what we're gonna call them. They should go away at the same time. The addictions and ads, they can go fuck off, to be honest. That's an addiction of businesses. To just bombard you with ads, just shoot you with water guns filled with ads. It is what it is. So the clear difference divider would be the social aspect you can tell to other people. In other words, pride versus shame. Right? This is the dividing factor. So the sneaky move is to, whatever you have, you take pride in it. Whatever you do, whatever you're into, you take pride in it. It's fine. Maybe someone will accept it. If you're addicted to something, potentially, it's acceptable, it's legal, and you can be proud of that instead of choosing shame, right? I'm not trying to rainbow flag in here, but like gamers can be proud of playing whatever game they're into and socialize with that certain pride. They can appear in a social circle and show what they're into, what's their high score, what the game is about, and maybe someone's gonna be like, yeah, or nobody's gonna be like, yeah, because nobody wants to watch gameplay videos, but you never know. It brings up your identity. It fucking matters. You should be able to control time of the addiction that you have. It's probably good to set a certain amount of hours. Now that you have an addiction, it's attached to you, you will have to dedicate maybe 1 hour of each day and willingly give to this demon 1 hour of each day until you master whatever this thing is about. Right? For me, it's placing blocks so I can continue placing blocks and getting more points. And somehow people do it better than me. I can't believe that shit, bro. And I can't believe how consistently my points are stuck in one place. Like when it was 2600, bro, it's stuck there. And I want to solve this mystery. Now it's stuck here. I want to solve this mystery of like, what the fuck is going on, guys? I want to get my high score. My high score is 3800. It's pretty crazy. The funny thing is, I can't even write off of like other people are getting lucky with their high score because it gets stuck in a particular range. There's a certain amount of principles that you adopt. This is literally like skill is the issue of me not getting a score, a high score. Skill is the issue, and it's just like that's one of those games that you genuinely, any skill you adopt, you're gonna get a bump in the score, and I can't even believe it. Like, it's so unbelievable. Technically, addiction is potentially when you find something really powerful, really important, And now you have to spend time to master every piece of that thing if you're capable of doing it fast enough. Because the high score is harder and harder to push the higher it is, there's less and less reasonable to try, to even try. But maybe, just like right now, I'm actually showing a replay of my thoughts, and I can try it again. Give it a try. Give it a try once a day. What's the harm in it, right? In life, obviously, trying to do whatever is the most important, like the highest priority things, and anything that's lower priority can be looked at as an addiction, especially if you spend too much time on it. You know, it's low priority, it's probably not that important. I will recreate this game for myself, and I'll be able to enjoy it whenever I feel like it. Gonna make it more convenient for myself, so there's no reason for me to grind it for 5,000 score. I'm stuck at a particular place right now. I haven't actually revealed how many tries I actually put in there. Too much, nothing. Now, I got my high score pretty recently, and I'm working on it so fucking hard. But it feels now shameful to admit, right? It doesn't feel like this is pride, so I have to fucking go all in at this point. Let's find the footage of people fucking doing this thing. Hips? No, 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 no. It's not real. It's not a real one. It used to look like this. It used to look pretty fucking bad. But now it looks pretty good. Fucking fixed style shading, bro. It's not like this anymore. It's more like this. There's no screenshots of how it actually looks. Uh-huh. Well, roaming around the internet, some people are actually addicted to hate. So, this doesn't look like a bad addiction, to be honest. This is something I would socialize over, right? If I could. It's very complicated shit. 3,800 are bust. Get out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here, you what a loser. Send hate to that guy. Jesus Christ. Like, I literally see the high scores being, like, so fucking mental. Because they beat me so many times. Those people probably also addicted to the game. But the fact that you can actually break the game somehow, and I don't know that way. Like, someone gotta fucking enlighten me right now. What is... Situations? Situations is... Okay. Don't worry about it. Maybe people do play with AI? Or they just built it. Yes, it's a very easy game to recreate. The only thing is I want to make a channel dedicated to addictive games like these. And it's also worth studying of, like, what's going on here, right? 10,000 plus gameplay, what do you mean? Fucking hell, dude. That's a big-ass flex. Yes, me. But he's getting so many points. That's not a real amount of points he gets. How many points? 21? That's believable. He's playing a different game mode that has some kind of speed bonus. And, I will review it for, like, I don't know, 10 minutes, unfortunately. You'll have to suck it up. Yeah, it's kind of... I just don't think this guy is better than me, alright? 14 is his fucking high score, bro. Holy shit. I don't think there is... Comments are turned off, though. Whoa. I found a person with 5,000 points, but that's about it. And it's almost like I could brag about it, but I can't record that footage, guys. I can only take a screenshot. He's a fucking goat and he turns off comments? Like, how the fuck dare you? And he was increasing his score this whole time. Damn, bro. There's a whole channel where there's actual progression of Block Doku score. I'm not alone in this, guys. I'm not alone. I mean, your addiction can send you into a rabbit hole, and maybe it's not as morbid as you paint it. Of you just sitting and playing one shitty app, right? When there's 1,000 games out there and you're just trying to figure out how the fuck this guy got 5,000. Jesus Christ. No, I need to study this, bro. This man needs to be studied. His moves. His expertise of 2025, by the way. Holy crappies. Was he trying to be clean or what? Because this was very weird. Like, this looks like a clean play. And this makes no fucking sense. Like, you would place it here. But he's trying to clear this so badly. So he's seeing, like, the closest clears he can make. Yeah. Still clears, still clears. Bam, bam, bam. The song of his choice was fucking ass, though. Just play anything else on no copyright sounds, like, Jesus Christ. I'll show you. You click here, and then click any of these bubbles, bro. Bad computer? Exactly. So much better. So much more power. This vibe is exactly why I want to make a channel that's like voiceless. You know, anyone can get into it. Any language. Where I play addictive games like this. From Influence Tracker, obviously, plus Minecraft. I just want to see what happens. I would be creating a 5th channel where I'm like testing YouTube of how it treats me basically in different conditions. Alright, this has to be studied because this is weird. Yeah, he's really trying to get those lines. He doesn't give a fuck for this to go somewhere like cleaner. Alright. What the fuck is this? Ooh, he squeezed in. He's squeezing. Yeah, I do like squeezing in pieces. It's important. But then he found like a little tiny block or something? Yeah, he found a tiny block. Mm-hmm. That was weird. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Okay. You'll have to sit through my addiction, guys, first. Before I start the video. We haven't started. Yeah, it's just... It is weird, however, because he has additional something that potentially gives him bonus score. I can't respect that shit, unfortunately. Because it shows some kind of like a thing where you have to be fast enough. I can be fast enough, that's fucking easy. This guy does all the right things, technically. Eventually the game feels like it fucking just bricks you on purpose. Like, genuinely, I feel cursed playing this. There's actually good moves still here. And he failed to fucking do it. These are the moments that it matters. When you're getting fucking bricked. You gotta fucking think. I can actually outthink this guy, that I'm not impressed. Yeah, you do have to place that somewhere. That might just be the best place. Meant. There's a way. No, it's fine. It's the best place. But then it shows the other two, and it's like, what? Oh no, it shows this one, but you can't place it. Yeah, he's fucked now. It's over. It is so Joe. No, he's gonna clear this line. All right. Now it's Jover. All right, still clear the line. This shit is crazy. The 10,000 one is insanity. Bro stopped playing how to get high score. What do you mean how to get high score? Oh, fuck off with you. Fuck off with your sounds. Get a high score. You have even less score now. So you can see me do genuine research into what other people are up to. I'm socializing, guys. Scraping social media for the skills. Obviously, it's not gonna happen unless I spend significant amount of time. And this is how, like, join a community of people. I'm more interested in this. If it has, like, some whack-ass strategies. He's clearing, like, everything right now. Just how it goes, bro. See, for me, my whack-ass strategy that I'm trying to learn is clearing multiple things at once. Like, now that he has, like, a burning spree, he's getting, like, 3 times the score. It's still very difficult, even with 3 times the score, to achieve 10,000 points. But now it's within my range. And potentially he can do even greater crazy shit. Because there's this bonus bullshit. I don't know where it comes from, bro. I mean, he's playing like late-ass version of this uh, madness, bro. So very quickly, not even a minute in, like he's gonna break my score. Just 2 minutes in. That's it. So my score is broken, but I can't believe it because that shit is in there. A new addition to a game nobody asked for. If you can do it without this bullshit, then I'm starting to get chilled. It's kind of like sports, right? But it's a mental gymnastics for sure. And it would be like interesting type of tournament material. We have the shit, but it's so addicting as well. In a bad way. In a very bad way. I actually don't like that it has been or tournament material. Especially for people who really hate their eyes for some reason. Like, we don't want to fucking see that shit. I don't like it. I think it consumed their lives. And technically that's what sports are about. It consumes people's lives for no good reason. I don't think it's socially good type of attraction. Socially good to just pick up something new, master it to a certain degree, and then you're good. Oh, there's even like a... So you can see how people just kind of end up picking their poison. The level 2 poison is potentially sports. Right? Level 2 poison. Maybe it's like level 3 poison, level 1 poison would just to be spending a lot of time on something completely insignificant that doesn't actually cause you to even have a name for yourself. But there's a chance that you can be Technoblade, right? No, there's no chance. So I'm seeing 3 levels of addictions, basically. No, these are just games. Yeah, I know these ones, I think. I know that. There's a separate category of that. You can see most of the people don't have these burning things, like combos or whatever. And they can't score much without them, I imagine. So we still haven't bumped into anyone with like a truly badass score. Alright, let's see what the fucking 3D is about. Like, what's the 3D problem? Just because like they look more three-dimensional visual? It's a fucking gimmick. It's gimmick, guys. Quite a bit. Doesn't mean anything. 3D Blog Doku? Level, yeah. Bullshit. That sounds cool. That sounds like it can divert conversation into like level 5 of Block Doku. Oh wow, you completed that one. I can't do it. Score 5692. Bro has 10,000 as high score. And now this is serious. This one's so fucking crazy. Yeah, okay, he's doing combo. And keeping it clean as well. Very clean. Like so far, it's top-notch strategy. He probably thinks thoroughly. I don't give myself too much time. Wow, what the fuck was that? It makes no sense. Oh my god. Triple combo ace. He's able to pull that shit. How is it so fast again? 3 minutes in. I think it's fair. I think it's very fair. The numbers are so big, like it's an old version. Still pretty crazy. What? Oh my god, he has no sounds. It's even worse. So yeah, I do want to add newish to the list. Newish. You have to avoid the sport aspect of this, the competitive aspect. Yes, there's a little bit of competitive aspect. You want to learn how to do better. But at some point, you gotta fucking quit. Alright? At some point, like, you actually want to enjoy it like an ice cream, like a food, like a beverage. You don't want it to end too fast. You don't want to know too much, too quickly. If there's a fucking cheat code to the game, I don't want to know. I want to make my own fucking stuff. So sport would be going this way. Being able to control time, how much you play. And it's a newish game. Now, if I get myself like a 5,000 case score, I would say to myself, yep, good enough for me. I don't have to touch this game ever again unless it's mine. Unless I made it on my PC. Normally, I'm addicted by the mystery. And I think this mystery thing is this 5K, right? The 5K mystery. Like, what it will take for me to break this score. Because it's so complicated. And everyone should solve it in their lives. Just solve this 5K mystery. If they want, like, puzzle games, that's where I would direct them to go. I think that's pretty fucking cool. Just a general challenge that takes a quite amount of time. Let's say 2 months. And once you solve it, you can lay to rest. As if something else can take priority when it comes to gaming. I have to cut right now because there is general amount of skill Not only there's a multitude of principles that you can learn, but you all obviously want to level them up to some extent to get even higher scores. And that shit actually translates. And until I get to a very comfortable point, I probably will continue playing the game. Okay, let's just leave it there. Things that is also bothering me is that games are trying to be addicted. You know, they're trying to hook you to come back as as often as possible. Especially multiplayer games, everything is designed to fucking hook you and addict you with bullshit. So I'm playing this card game, Hero Cards, right? Game developers know all about addictions, and first of all, it has to be Candy Crush style, right? You have a bunch of levels that you can complete. You have always activities that you can do. The next thing is dailies, bro. Something to return to every single day. So now you hook them on a fucking card game, and every single day you give them a little bit, just a little bit of stuff, so they can make a little bit of progress. It's almost fucking pathetic. And you can even add the multiplayer aspect. I'll just type in MMO on this thing. Multiplayer aspect of you need more players to collect even more tiny rewards from the game. So you and other 3 players have to occupy some slots or whatever, and you have to work together and get a little bit of extra rewards. Like, it's so fucking insignificant, so fucking stupid. It's like, why bother? But that's the point. They make it convenient enough where it just happens naturally. You get an invitation to a fucking clan. You join, and now you're working together. And it's fairly easy to do. So now after you learn all the rules, how to do dailies, how to complete levels, here you go. You're playing the game every single day. You have to come back, collect rewards. That's the way the game is played, in the most addictive way, where you get rewards just for logging in the next day, not for actually being good at the game, but just logging in the next day. Like, what the fuck is this? What is this shit? Am I supposed to treat video games as food now? I don't understand. And I wouldn't eat the same food over and over again either. It's so much worse than that. Yes, what I'm trying to say is video games are like food when you have to play them every day to get the rewards. And at some point you eat it, and it's gone. And you have to come back the next day. There's gonna be food for the next day. You're gonna be hungry the next day. It's like, come on. Don't tease me like this. Don't chop up the game into pieces. I want to have it as an experience, as like a fucking trip, 5-hour trip, right? Whenever I feel like it. What the fuck are these dailies for? I can understand game having weeklies. That's reasonable. Dailies is kind of fucking too arrogant to me. But it is what it is, you know? They will reward you for coming back. Nothing I can do about that. I think it's time to uninstall. I think it's time to uninstall Card Heroes because, yeah, fuck that guy. For trying to get me addicted. Plus, it's so weird. Eventually, it's just so fucking weird. Of the thing you're doing there, you're trying to level up cards so they're good enough to fight the next level monsters and all that shit. It just never ends. Sometimes you unlock a new monster that's slightly stronger than the other monsters as well. Just like, god damn it. And yet, you have to level it up from level 1, from the fucking ground zero. You have to fight to give it experience. It's a fucking nuisance. They create this nuisance to addict you, but it goes nowhere. The most addictive substance is you drink a drink, but you always feel thirsty. That's the whole point, right? You feel the flavor, you feel the surge of like spices, but you always feel hungry. So chips actually is in this category. Chips. Try to be a food that you can never feel full of. You just want the spices. You just want the sensation. This is the greatest addictive substance. Plus, it made so many people obese because it has the most calories. So you are getting satisfied in the most fucking brutal fashion ever. Who's just like, what? So am I or not? I'm taking so many calories. I'm becoming fat. There must be something in it. The least satiating food with most calories somehow. Is it not? Yes, especially potato chips. Low satiety, you will stay hungry. Overeating risk. High calorie density. It's crazy, right? It's fucking crazy, dude. Then you have white bread. Low satiety. When you eat potatoes, it's high satiety. So it sounds counterintuitive even to me. I'm like, what? Very high satiety. Chicken breast. So eating meat is actually completely legit. And chips ain't it. It's an addictive food. And they know it. they can sell it to you. Most of the things you're being sold are addictions and not actual food. Why the fuck would beer do that? It's crazy. Brain starts associate beer with relief. What the fuck? Cope with social anxiety. When it becomes an addiction. No, it's so harmful that even drinking one beer sometimes is already an addiction because the substance is fucking maximum damage, basically. I didn't really got my question answered. It's so complicated. Like, why would people give a fuck about this thing? Why would people care about poison as an addiction for themselves? But that's kind of the vibe, you know. Like, for the fools, poison is an addiction, and usually poison sells. Like, it's easy to make and easy to sell, right? Poison, simple and effective poison. You can be addicted to any drink. It happens to be alcohol. Whoopsie doopsie, you know. Then they create cigarettes, just like something burning. That's kind of fun. Something fiddly in your mouth. You can inhale smokes inside yourself. Like, that's pretty cool. So people do poison as an addiction, and it's just like the most craziest thing ever. You add also like tattoo onto the list of poison. Like, it's cool, it's on your body, it just has to pass the cool meter. But at the same time, are you fucking kidding me? People look ugly with that shit. They make themselves ugly on purpose. Like, they drink and use poison on purpose because it's so cool for them. And it actually applies to the social factor too, because so many people are drawn to this for no fucking reason. It's just they need poison in their lives. It's ugly, ugly. Pass, ugly as fuck. Ugly. Kind of uglier because of the tattoos. Yeah. It's poison. And fucking demon, basically. Demon. I thought it would be, they just pull out models with tattoos. Nah, bro. Nah, it fails. The test, like, yeah, you can have one nice tattoo, maybe, for the sake, like, tiny amount of poison does not kill you. Just because, like, if people are addicted to something, it does have a little bit of value, so doing a little bit of poison is fine. Like, gambling experience, just one-time gambling experience is kind of fucking dope. I did it for like 20 bucks, I guess, and I actually went up until I crashed down. I was like, there's something to it. I felt like I was somewhat in control. It's kind of weird. So yeah, a little bit of poison, not gonna hurt you, but you do this to yourself, and it's over. It's over. Your arm has been taken. Just changes them entirely. By garbage. I can understand the chips thing, but the poison thing is a whole new demonic level that even though most addictions are associated with a poison, I can't explain none of it. It is too fucking complicated. Because it's literally the most irrational thing ever. It's like a placebo effect, but tangled with lies of like, wow, alcohol is gonna relax you. No, it's not. It's gonna fucking poison your body. Maybe your body's gonna be more numb and weaker. But that's a really weird way to fucking achieve that. It's acquired taste. Beer sounds like a liquid giving up. People who do crime, they want to also entangle themselves with poison. The idea that they can just handle it, you know? I can handle this much vodka, I can handle this many drinks. It's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? People made feel good when they poison themselves. Because that's the idea of a criminal mind, of like, they don't want to care about nothing, bro. That's where they get the feels good moment of like, I don't want to care about nothing, I can do whatever I want. Blah, blah, blah. The coolness bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, self-punishment. Yeah, it becomes like a cultural phenomenon. Fucking crazy what society can do. Yeah, socialism. With 10% poison every time. That's what it's a part of socialism, it feels like. And it's crazy mind-blowing how poison can be a part of socialism, but it just has to be. It makes no sense. It's not a rational thing. It just kind of creates this identity because of like, a normal person is gonna avoid poison, but we have to push poison to all these motherfuckers who would be hateful anyways, so might as well fucking waste your time drinking poison all the throughout the day, alright? Like, we're not gonna fucking say no to that. Yes, drink poison. Get out of my fucking way, moron. You know? Just drink more beer. You my hater, drink more beer. Okay, it's very good for you. That's what socialism is. Like the moment you don't give a fuck about someone, you give them all the bad habits. Fuck themselves over 20 times. It's like unprotected sex is also a very good habit, right? Poisonous sex. There's so many things to choose from, bro. You can buy a car just to crash into the nearest tree. That's also a poison that people fucking overuse, right? There's so many social poisons out there, so many to choose from. I mean, go right ahead. And I can't explain any of this because it's a risk-taking insanity and not giving a fuck about yourself at all. But now the question is this poison too? Because it takes your time. It's actually not social. It can make you lonely in that sense. Or it actually exposes the real way the poison actually works. Like this MMO aspect of like, if you're poisoning yourself, your relationships are not actually real or productive. They're just there to grab some kind of tiny rewards. Daily tiny rewards. Of like, wow, we're drinking beer together. Congratulations, someone actually complimented or looked at my tattoo. Wow, so interesting. You know, you get all these like tiny fucking rewards and you get addicted to that shit. Of like, oh, because I smoke cigarettes and it's uncontrollable, not only I get extra breaks from work, you know, to just do that, I'm so respected, guys. Oh, I'm so important. I can get extra break. Like it's always a social aspect that's filled with all this bullshit, poison. Especially having a car is a social aspect. So there is a social world of addictions, and this one is just so simple that it's just a staple addiction metric, right? Of how social it is, and how poisonous it is, or how risky it is. I mean, gambling is also an addiction. It's a risk of losing all your fucking money. Pretty high risk, if you ask me. So yeah, we have a very interesting bag of addictions there. So much to choose from, as I say, and so many variations of ways you can spend your life savings, and most importantly, all right, and even spend your body and spend your sanity, poison everything. And it's like, what was the point of that? What the hell are people doing? Crazy. That's literally a death cult, if you ask me. But then the question is, yeah, what are the similarities? Where's the poison in this? Is wasting time also like an incredibly valuable resource? In a way, it should be treated as such. It is a death cult. It is trying to make you addicted to something that would make you scared and weak. And easy to manipulate whenever they feel like manipulating you, you know? Because they don't give a fuck. But you might. You might get yourself in trouble. So, but as long as you drink less than the opposition, they will be scared of you instead. I was drawn into just one encounter. I will remember it forever because it's my first beer moment, right? And we drink a lot. And until I did felt the effects. Crazy. I didn't know you had to drink so much fucking shitty beer to get there, but I have it in my belt of poisons for one day. You want life to be fulfilling. You want to achieve as many opportunities in life as possible. You don't want to waste opportunities because that's the most valuable thing. To be able to talk to someone. This is why social poison is still valuable in some ways. You get opportunities to see a different kind of world. We're just approaching a person of like, do you want to do this together? I think porn addiction is being treated like a poison. And unfortunately, that's not it. Like, we'll literally have like ports. So, it's porn right here. I talk highly of porn. Attraction is not addiction. You're just not supposed to spend too much time and be the best at porn. Alright, know every single porn actress. The moment you do that, things get a little bit weird. Alright, know your top 100 list or whatever. Yeah, if you have 100 porn actresses, I probably have like 15. If we're stretching numbers, 15. No, actually, maybe more. I will count it, guys. I can count it, I will count it, because if I can, I can. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Does Delphine count? 13, 14, 15, 16, 7. Some of them I just already forgot about. So they don't count. 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Yeah, I'm actually pretty fucking close at this point. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. All right. Now, I will say, if you're at 100 and more, you have to make a list, first of all. You have to actually track your addiction. So, by having a list, I do make myself clear of like, it's 100 if it's lower. You're not addicted to porn. You just, every now and then, you look up something and you shut it off. All right? It's not that fucking crazy. With the eye, that shit gotten even crazier to the point where you can look up whatever you want. And I kind of mean whatever, but mostly cartoon style shit. But yeah, this seems like a higher level addiction. Even if you have the addiction, it's actually a nice conversation and not something like you poison your body with. It's just a natural thing your body wants to do. Wants to be strong and you want to be happy. So porn addiction, not that crazy. You know, people try to shame people for that. Why people don't shame people who watch sports more, you know? What's wrong with that? Like, why is it not happening? Why people who are into sports not being shamed? I haven't actually seen that happen too many times. Maybe like a handful of times. It happens, but I think this happens twice or three times more often. Let's put it this way. Porn shaming? Yeah. Even though literally so many workers go to this industry to do work. It's fucking work, dude. Right? It's not drinking. Those are also worlds that you don't want to actually enter and socialize in. It's more factors of people to avoid. It helps us on that merit. So maybe the world is just locked down. It's capitalism. Everything is fucking expensive. Everything is not welcoming and just wants your money. The moment people want to fucking relax and let others travel more and experience more, the opportunities will open up even more. But right now, the opportunities are on the internet to see things, to hear people's stories, to interact, send some encouraging messages, to see what happens in various situations, what kind of people are out there, what kind of poison is out there to avoid. And, you're just like scanning the world for its beauties and strategies of what you will do if you do get the chance to meet important people in your life, right? So right now, the world is a little bit different. Sitting on your ass all day and not spending too much money is the game, right? At least for me. I don't know what you do. If you have it invested, if you have great passive income and have found your freedoms, congratulations, right? But why are you watching this video if you're so fucking different? Shouldn't you be employing someone else? Shouldn't you be following the business ladder? I'm actually not sure what kind of people Nah, let's be honest. Everyone should be watching my videos because I'm a big boy. I'm a big esteemed guy who can actually open you paths to greater purpose. So it doesn't matter where you are in life and how many resources you have. Like, I would like to share some resources with you, and hopefully you want to share the resources with me. We're just waiting for that to happen. But first, we need to collect subscribers, guys. I first have to learn the way of YouTube, how to improve my personality so it's just slightly more attractive every single time. I don't know how to do that yet, but hey, and I get a lot of haters. But hey, you watch your fucking brain rot videos where nobody fucking cares what you have to say, you know? You just consume. That's also an addiction to content, right? Which is its own category again. Or it's the same category of like playing games. addiction to content. Technically, when I was talking about coping mechanisms, you would collapse yourself into addiction, something that feels good, just so you could dwell in that state of mind that's like easy. When you are in an excited state of mind, it's very difficult to control the situation around you and have a amount of thoughts that would fix things, that would bring more awareness to like a stressful issue, to like some drama. You can't do it here. You have to go down all the way down here. And even then, it's not even that good. You probably need meditation. It's the white, peaceful state of mind. Because you're concentrating on a game that still might occupy your mind too much. But everything is possible. Alright? There's different levels at which you can still make progress. Thinking things through and getting rid of stress. But that's a specific issue, right? The copium. Something I made a video about. When it comes to like self-improvement matrix, I'm within these like 4 or 3 bubbles. Shit. And I don't know what I'm attracting. Where are my subscribers coming from exactly? Did you just click uncontrollably? Is that their addiction? Is watching YouTube videos an addiction in some way? Is wasting time an addiction? Right? You waste time. Like, what's that about? The funny thing is, like, I have a goal. I really need it. I need that one. And it only cost me time. It's not too bad. It doesn't come with a huge cost. And I also want to nail it. I want to get that skill. I want to just solve the puzzle. Once and for all. I think it's a noble thing to try and do, right? I'm technically 67% there. Right? I just need to push myself just a little bit. I don't want to be the top player. I don't want to fucking turn it into sports. I think what I'm doing is completely clean. There is, however, certain addictions that don't just steal your time, but put you in a fucking uncomfortable situation. So it's let's call it cornering yourself. And then you pull out your fucking phone, but you're cornered, you're fucking bending your back. You're hurting yourself. You're not opening a window or taking rest from the activity, which is needed, right? If you suspect addiction, all you have to do is supplement it with a good happy ending, right? And with a little bit of exercise, with a little bit of self-punishment, right? Of like, while I'm doing this, I'm also exercising to some extent. If you feel lame, a little bit of, I suspect addiction moment, you have to supplement with something actually healthy or, where your eyes and your muscles can rest in a different way. Like you do have to take breaks, basically. And it's a punishment. It's serious. You feel shame. You feel you hurt by the game. Your back hurts. You have to get back up. Take some rest. Take a break from the fucking game. It's serious. When the game that you're playing damages you, now you are genuinely in trouble. And even, like, my battery is low right now. You can always remind yourself, if your battery is low, you can do something else. It's about time, right? To charge your device. You just got extra time. An ad is playing, you have extra time to punish yourself. And it's also a good indication to take a break. The ad breaks can actually give you a benefit. A bad thing can be a timekeeping device where the moment an ad plays, it's good time to take a break. A certain amount of time has elapsed, and you can use it as an indication to take a break. It's very good. Yeah, so at some point, if I reach 5K, I probably will drop the game entirely. I have done all I can. I have achieved my goal. And that's it. That's why it's so good to have goals when it comes to addictions. There's another aspect, which is flexing. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. The best flex is having money, of course, and employing those people in the first place. You don't need to play games to be cooler than others. Employ your gamer friends. That's the flex. You just try to have fun. And the moment people are too brutally into the game and think you're not performing highly enough, that's the moment they should fucking touch grass and they get a life, Touch grass, get a life, and you move away from these people. The moment these people are insulting your abilities, The moment they deserve that sort of treatment of you have to say to them, trudge grass, get a life, that's the moment you need to lose those friends and move away from the MMO collective experience. No matter how much time you invested into this, you are more important than the game. You have to be treated nicely. You're trying to have fun too. And if they're just doing their own thing and you're not performing good enough for them, that's their loss. They lost their lives for the fucking game. They don't understand the social aspect is so much more important. It takes higher priority. Just for tiny rewards, you're gonna put that on top of being social? I'm sorry, bro. You lost it. Level 3 addiction is being social. Alright? But it's a pretty good one. People do that. Even celebrities do that. They just collapse into just being social. That's it. That's all they do. Maybe like workaholism is the final state, the final addiction that you should be proud of course. But don't expect other people to always be working to be your level. You gotta relax a little bit. You can't be stuck in the final form. You know, the boss girl. Shame of any kind, if you're thinking about it, it's time to punish yourself. Yes, I'm repeating the same thing. Supplement is making sure that you do exercise, that you take the time off whenever you feel like you can. The ad breaks give you the ability to supplement. Also, you can eat foods. You can be more mindful when you're playing a game. You should be playing a game that you can just walk away and do your thing whenever you feel like. Not like, oh no, I have to go to the toilet, but it hurts. I will keep it in. Oh shit, bro. Nah, you gotta go to the toilet. You gotta treat that shit more with higher priority. Anyways, this is actually not. It's actually downtime to the game. The game is serving you. It's 3,200 right now, and I feel very confident.
Much harder than what any human can do. It's incredibly difficult, and you can see.
I wouldn't actually do this. I wouldn't listen to this bullshit grot thing. I just got this, which is extremely close to my high score. It's fucking mental. I wouldn't normally do this, by the way. I wouldn't normally listen to Elon Musk, but I needed something for the background while I play the game, and that's another thing that's possible. We haven't talked about multitasking, but usually your addiction allows you to multitask because you're so good at it. You should be able to multitask something additional. You can supplement your addiction somehow. You can make it slightly better every time. Even if it's hard to get rid of for the time being. Even if you haven't reached your goals. For it to be I did reach that score, and it got even better than that. 100. I broke that shit. I did it. Right now. This is the exact score. While watching the same video, by the way. I feel smarter, bro. I feel like I was handling it so much better. I'm surprised I just put my mind to it. I allowed myself to learn just a little bit more and have more patience. And bang slam. We got it. We pushed another breakthrough, high score. Even though I spent relatively less time. Sometimes it does come down to patience. Sometimes anxiety gets in the way of things you do, and you have to take a break, but you also have to take focus. Not just breaks, but focus. Grind the shit out of your thing. So it will feel like an addiction, but you're grinding the shit out of it with breaks involved. Also, you have to tell yourself to be motivated, to be patient, that you're about to break free or whatever. Is 4,000 good enough for me to break free? I kind of think so, man. Like, at some point, you really have to question yourself of, like, how much time are you fucking sinking into something? And just talking about it out loud can be just shameful enough to the point where you do encourage yourself to quit once and for all. I mean, I will put it in my puzzle list, so that's a thing. But I will always discourage people from doing stupid shit like this. 5K, maybe when I own it personally. It depends. People are, again, different levels, and maybe they gave up already on life, on having a better life. I still got +3. I'm still top 22, which is shit when there doesn't seem to be a lot of players to begin with. Total score rating was higher than the high score rating. This was 8. This is 22. So, people are just better than me, and it's like, what? Obviously, people who are better, they play more, and you will encounter them more on the leaderboards. They will come back the next day. They might be addicted to that thing already. So I don't want to, like, totally equate myself to these people, but it's quite interesting that they have a skill that I'm just waiting to have. I'm still, like, not smart enough for that shit. And we're to come by. I don't even. I wish I would be. And the game is so tricky. It seems easy, but you generally have to have skill. Even this bad boy has a problem. You know, he has to outrace everyone. Maybe he's just a face for a year. I can completely go behind that. But, I mean, proving his name, 1 year, 2 years, absolutely, bro. That's a good fucking stunt. But, or if it's just your entire identity. I don't know how entertaining that is. It kind of shook the internet. So I can't even complain about that. My identity is high IQ. And I can complain about this, but at the same time, it's just one of the many puzzles available. And you might want to be a master of all, not just one. To have high IQ is about problem solving, not block doku solving, you know? The most fundamental thing of where addictions fall apart is when we talk about purpose. You just need to know what's the meaning of all of this that you're doing. And of course, I'm just trying to have fun and trying to beat my principles of the past. I'm trying to adopt better principles. But now I'm realizing it's quite a fucking tax. And it's not that fucking special anymore. And it's not like I can do special moves. You know, that's what levels are for. That's why slight rule changes are interesting. That's why Candy Crush is still better than whatever the fuck I'm doing. In a way. In a way. We're really stretching the definitions here. But, yeah, introducing levels. Higher and higher complexity levels. That sounds pretty cool. Eventually I was failing Candy Crush. That was kind of cool too. You know, you have to buy yourself some power-ups. Or you can just do better. One thing that you can take away from the addictive nature of this game is that it's the easiest game to make. And it inspired all the grid games to be looked at completely differently. This is also a ripoff, technically. But with a slight rule change, now it's an actually unique experience. And it was incredibly easy to make. It's like making AI. Making game with AI. Like, fuck it. It works for me. And no, I'm not winning by removing these blocks. That would be silly if I was winning. You have a very complex task to actually accomplish in my game. Yeah, the only difference is that I don't have this on my tablet. I don't have my games on my tablet, otherwise I would kind of make my own games now for myself. I have that capacity. It's pretty fucking badass if you ask me. Not only purpose matters, but also bad habits can be added to the conversation. This is something I need to think about really quickly, right? Bad habit could be scratching myself, but at the same time, that's an addiction too, because I can just stop. I can control myself fairly well. I genuinely have to ask AI. Bad habit is something you forgot to improve yourself about, and you make a mistake, basically. Sees the difference, because like, oh, I slipped, I forgot to turn this off. You know, it's not really an addiction. It's more of a mistake. They're come up with good ideas of what to say out loud, first of all, and usually those good ideas actually are useful. Somehow socializing your behavior makes it so much more clear and so much adjustable. I don't know, yeah, because you bring awareness to your thing. Normally you're just sitting there and playing the game. But the moment you talk about it, it's a whole different field. It's a whole different way of handling what you're doing, and you should be doing. You should be talking about it by yourself or out loud. Socialize. It doesn't matter, right? What matters is that by talking out loud, by bringing awareness, you can improve your bad habits and addictions. Just got hit by what? An eternal consequence of socializing too. Of people might care. People might care more than you think. The best you can do is not fall apart and waste time. Of course, like, you want to stay active. Unfortunately, I didn't find people caring to be a reality, but it is what it is. Even time is... Even getting 50 views is something. A valuable resource that can be taken away. And you have to really question whether 4,000 into 5,000 would be that special dopamine hit that you really need, or is it over? Because it takes a long ass time to get there, and we already got so many dopamine hits of breaking through the high score. Am I really gonna find something new and unexplored? The chances of that is just kind of dropping down. The stonks are dropping, my friends. They're not increasing. I can still do different strategies for them. If there's a list of skills and principles you can adopt, eventually it's going to dry out. You're going to reach your 5K milestone, and there's only going to be like 2 hidden skills maybe that you can improve anymore. And it's no longer viable to chase that sort of dopamine hit. Because it's there is a discussion of would you want to be the best? Would you want to chase that? Is that a reasonable thing? It's like that's what you would be doing. Would you be best at porn? Yes, that's for women. Women don't do sports after all. Remember, that's a funny little thing. If you actually pursue this as a life choice, lifestyle choice, men would be going this way, women would be going this way. It's pretty obvious. You can be the best in something, then you have to hold your trophy, or sometimes you have to fail even, and be second place for the rest of your life. What do you do then? There's only a handful of people who can be the best. However, when you find purpose, well, you need to find a sport that, even if you don't become the best, you can still feel very good doing that sport. You get paid very well. You get exercise. You are attractive and likable. That sort of thing. Only you, potentially, can do your thing that you find purpose in, that is valuable to you. So, it's a never-ending search. Now, it's a story of trying to be as unique as possible and be the best in your own category, right? So you're irreplaceable. Like, even talking about trains, you can become best at doing that particular thing. I see on YouTube all the time, there's niches where a man shows up who is the best at like retro gaming or whatever, right? And if you find your own special niche, like it's the most valuable thing ever, it's kind of special. It's kind of worth it, right? I personally think that I can be a good teacher, right? There are plenty of teachers, but do they compete for? So now I have to specialize of what kind of teacher. I have to keep on shrinking down my competition, while at the same time beating my competition, recognizing what is out there. And giving advice, I think I can give the best advice. I think there's no competition in that fucking field right now. Who's the best giving teacher? Advice to people? They should, they should come here onto YouTube and start competing. Sign me up. Will risk demand. Is that the greatest motivational? Don't worry about being number one. If you can be number two, you can still be a good sport, a good competition to the number one player. You still have a responsibility, It's even better if you can be friends, just like Technoblade with the Dreamer. If you can be friends on some level, absolutely. Factor, the greatest addiction. So we learned that addictions come in different levels. And you would want to try and be addicted to social media, to being social. I see so many people fall off and not actually perform properly because they could just be here, just chilling, not taking it too seriously. Instead, I have to be the weird one who gets all the haters, but I still have them. I still have them on my ban list. It's a trophy of me daring to be social after all. And in a position where it's likable. I know how to make videos, but it's not that hard. Everyone should be doing it. The only hurdle is that they might feel insecure. Well, this addiction is a little fluffy one. All right, I have to remind myself that gaming is an addiction, and I do have to get out of it as fast as possible. Finish my fucking game, alright? I do respect it, by all means. I found something new. If it's a new thing, it's respectable. I want to explore it. I don't have to complete it, I understand. No completionism. needed, but I'll do it. It's pretty cool. And the moment I'm not getting what I want, no improvements in that category, it's gonna be the end. You have to set proper boundaries, and until you can't be happy playing the game, it's not worth playing. Again, this thing is made just to sink in your hours and make you come back the next day. Like, steal 30 minutes of your time every day. It's so much more destructive in a way. And every single time you have to like sign in every 3 hours if you can. It's even more destructive that way. It's not like you complete your daily, so you have to sign in for every 3 hours. This shit can be so manipulative and so stupid. It doesn't play like a game anymore then. Like, what's the point? So catch yourself, because this is dangerous. A lot of people fall for this. People try to make addictive games on purpose, but at the same time try to be as least shameful as possible, because there are other people who are also addicted, and you can talk to them, and maybe breaking addiction afterwards would be even better. It might poke the other person to do the same thing. Thank you for watching.